the house is easy. Making out is hard. Take that how you want, I guess.
Right. I take it as a threat. All right, man. Yo, beautiful people. This Nate here.
This Kev.
Yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 221, I think, or 222. Splash screen.
221 sounds right.
221?
Yeah, that sounds right to me. I don't know.
Okay. Quarantine edition 95?
Like
12?
Feels like it. Same difference.
Yeah, y'all hear the echo.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I think today was logistics. That was on me. I wasn't gonna pull up anyway, but yeah, you know, Columbus is like the epicenter right now, bro. We're getting it rocking out here in Columbus right now.
Yeah, I saw something about we was one of the cities you got watch out for in the country now. It's like, dang, you like that?
Oh yeah. When you leave from Ohio or Columbus, I should say, not even Ohio, it's Columbus. You leave from Columbus and go to another state, you got to quarantine for 14 days.
And then I seen the boy. He said now the restaurants and bars got to close promptly at 11 p.m. I'm like,
man,
11?
Listen. He's punking out, bro. He needed he's like that parent who's telling you one more time you're gonna be on punishment, and they say it again one more time you're gonna be on punishment, and that's pretty much what's going on, man. I wish Siri would really quit coming up on my laptop and listening to me. I'm not talking to you.
They were coming for his neck though during that first shutdown, so it's like I get he's trying to kind of tiptoe around it a bit, but bro, just go shut it down, man. Go on, shut it down. You know, it's all good. You know, all good things come to an end till this Rona come to an end.
Right, and Rona ain't coming to no end for a while. You know, people need to understand that. You know, but it's so silly though because, and we talked about it, and I think we're on like week 7 or 8. We've said the most simplest method to this is just put a mask around your face when you leave the house. But these businesses aren't playing. You know, I don't know if you noticed it when you go out, but all these businesses, they're on your neck. Like, you cannot come in here unless you got a mask on.
Word.
You know, and all you're doing is like theoretically, if everyone wore a mask, you would keep your germs to yourself, and nobody would get sick. You know,
that's what they until they change it up and it be something else. So I don't know, like whatever. I'm taking the notes and chilling.
Are you not believing that the mask is an effective method?
Sir, listen, I'm still wearing the mask. All I'm saying is like I know that they were like if everybody wore a mask, it'd be over in 3 weeks. I don't believe that for 1 second.
I'm not okay, let me clear that up. I'm not subscribing to that. I'm just saying that if you do wear a mask, it's basically keeping your germs within you. Like, I don't know if it's going to defeat anything, but it is what it is, man. I am with that.
Hey, best chances, best case scenario there.
Right, exactly. What else is going on, man?
Hey, man, you know what I mean? Just chilling out, same old. You know what I mean? Trying to keep everything on track, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah. How about you?
I can't complain. I almost came out your way today though, and got some more sushi. I've been thinking about that since I had it. Like, that's probably one of the best meals I've had in quarantine. Because one thing that we've tried to do is like we'll get on Grubhub or something and try to give a little small business a chance and order some food. And so far, the sushi restaurant we had out near you, that was probably the best one I've had in quarantine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's a good find. There's another place out east, man, that's amazing. I still miss them, but this one out here, it holds it down. Man, okay. I'm gonna tell you what. I went to go get a Popeye's chicken sandwich the other day, and these people had the nerve to tell me that they were sold out. I'm like, come on now, that was like a year ago. Like, y'all ain't got no chicken breast in there. Like, quit playing with me. What kind of chicken place is this? I'm like, man, Popeyes, y'all so raggedy.
Right, and all y'all sell is chicken.
Y'all always gonna be raggedy. I'm saying, y'all always gonna be raggedy. Bruh, I mean, you know how far away I live. Like, I literally drove just there just to find out that they didn't have it. I'm like, bruh, I should smack somebody in here. But it's cool, man. I'm like, but how you ain't got how you ain't got a chicken sandwich, man? How you ain't got a chicken sandwich? Like, chicken ain't been no shortages, okay?
Well, that's where you're wrong. You should have went to Chick-fil-A. You should have went ahead and got that goodness, man.
I mean, I just wanted something a little different. You know what I mean? Like, little Popeyes, man. Spice up your life. You know, that chicken sandwich hit hard. I ended up having to just get Raising Cane's, and it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted.
Do you like the Raising Cane sauce?
Yeah, it's banging. I know how to make it. It's easy.
I knew you. Okay, you bumped into what my next question was going to be for you. As far as you going to Popeyes, I'm surprised you haven't learned how to make it yourself. I
mean, I know how to make it, bro. That's just a lot of work.
Oh, okay.
And you know, like, you gotta have the bun and all that. Like, that's just throw it together for me. Like, you know what I mean? Just have it together for me when I get there.
Hey, if they're gonna keep selling out, you're gonna have to learn how to make it, man.
Maybe. I mean, listen, I don't know. I can never figure out how to make super crispy fried chicken, but we're not going to do this. We're not going to talk about.
We're not. We're definitely not going to do that. No, we're not that podcast. We're not. It'll set us back. Our listeners.
We're not going to do that. Yeah.
No, we're definitely not. Yeah, let's shift. Yo, so let's start like we always do. What have you been playing? What you been playing, bro?
Oh man, 2K, very little Animal Crossing. Still? I'm telling you, I've ruined that game for myself. Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
yo, I am so glad you said
2K.
That. Like, so we sold our turnips early. I feel like this might have been the last hurrah for Animal Crossing. Like, I'm sad about it though, you know, because when we sold our turnips, because like, what did we sell them for, like $360 or something like that?
It was like $370, something like that.
And I'm like, we could have held off and waited to probably get a better price. But I'm like, you know what? I want that stress up off me early in the week.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about these turnips.
I don't want to think about it. And it's like when I did it, when we sold our turnips, I haven't picked the game back up since. Like,
bro, I got $8.5 million, and it's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, not really anything to do in the game anymore now. So, but you know what? That changes in a week. I ain't paying Tom Nook, man. Tom Nook never getting his money.
What changes in a week though?
We'll get new content.
Okay.
In the beginning of August, you know what I'm saying? So we get new fish and stuff. So I'll play it then.
Okay.
Just take a little break this week, I guess, because I've been playing that good old Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes. All right, tell me about it. Floor is yours.
You know what? You liked Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm pretty sure you didn't finish it, but for what you played of it, I knew it. But for what you played of it, you know what I'm saying? You enjoyed it. This is Odyssey on 10.
Really?
It's the best way. It's like a mix of it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey as far as like the movement and mechanics, and then it's Red Dead Redemption as far as the visuals and the story.
Okay. So the story is that layer.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. And like, bro, there are points in the game where it just breaks your heart. It's like, man, like you built this up to this point, and then like things just may or may not go the way that you expected them to.
Really? So I'm gonna tell you this, man. This goes back to my theory. I keep saying it, and I hope this isn't racist when I say it. I don't think it's racist, but Japanese they tell a better story, man. They tell better stories. Right here. Seriously, like all the Japanese studios, they tell a better story. The last American company, the team that actually made a great. Was it BioShock Infinite and then the Uncharted series? I'm really sure they were American. They might be Japanese too. I'm not sure, but they I mean, like, and I don't know if it's just a Sony thing or what it is. And that we'll get into Microsoft because we're gonna deep dive into that. But I knew that it was gonna be your type of game when I started seeing the reviews, start seeing like all the things that went into it. I knew it wasn't for me, but I knew that this was right up your alley. I knew
it might be for you. It might be. And once I'm done, maybe I'll let you hold it for a second if you're gonna play it. But I know it's gonna get a little sticky. But it's a fantastic game. It does take a lot of time. You know what I mean? It's a game that you have to take your time with, but it's well worth it. Tons to do. It stays engaging or whatever. And the key component of any like semi-slasher is the action actually good, and it is so rewarding. Okay. The combat is like it really feels like you're like in an old Japanese movie. Okay. Like really getting it rocking out here. Yeah. Okay. Like standoffs and everything, like, and the combat feels real fluid. That's always the most important part to me. Is it's like, does this feel clunky, or does it feel like it's just animations, or does it feel like this is what could really be going on? And it always feels like it feels like it's really going down.
Are there boss fights?
Yes.
Okay, so like, is it like build up like is it skill tree based where like you build up your levels before you fight the boss and everything?
To an extent, like sometimes you have to fight the bosses to build up your levels, or like learn new skills, or new tactics or whatever, earn new gear. Okay. But like they're duels when you fight the boss. So it's like you might clear out a camp, and then the leader of that camp just pop up like, hey, it's going down, or like there's so many different. Well, I guess you probably don't care about the story so much, so I guess we could talk about it. Or you kind of give me the look like, I don't know, man. But I'm going to spoil it. Go ahead. All right. So, like, there's a point where, like, you got to fight your friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might just turn. You know what I mean? There's some major conflicts. And the whole basis of the story is, island of Japan, Tsushima, gets overtaken by Mongols. Okay. So this is like during the Khan invasions or whatever. It's not Genghis Khan, but it's supposed to be his grandson. Oh, wow. And they come in and they invade. What's up?
I'll say, oh wow, I'm
okay.
I'm ad-libbing. Get my Young Jeezy on.
So they come in, man. They invade the island or whatever. They kill off all the samurai except for you. Somehow you get away, and they kidnap your uncle because your uncle's like the leader. So you got to try to get him back. That's how the game starts. And you're just out here, you just battling, man. It's just like you, and it's just you out here, just one man trying to get it done, man, against all this big army. That, like, it makes you feel like, yeah, I got to protect this whole island. And then you're trying to balance out the honor of a samurai versus what you need to do to get this done. So it's like, you're not supposed to fight dirty as a samurai, like that's dishonorable. But sometimes you just got to fight dirty, man. Like, really? It just is what it is. So you got to balance that.
Are you like hunting for new weapons and stuff too?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, so I figured that was gonna be so. All right, it sold, was it 2.4 million copies in the first 3 days?
Yeah, man, fastest selling first party title.
So tell me the story. How did you secure it? Because I remember you were hunting for it. You couldn't find it in a couple hours, and then you just mysteriously just sent me a message like, I got it. You sent me a picture of it, I should say.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to holler at my mans in them. You know what I mean?
Really? Was it the same method you did the first time? You had to hit them up on Facebook?
Yes, sir.
Really?
No, I didn't have to hit him up on Facebook, man. I just ordered it. I just trusted the process this time. I just ordered it and popped in there like, yo. It was like, yep, got it. You good? And bang right back out, man.
They took care of you.
It was all good.
But
that don't necessarily that's not my preferred method at this point, because like I was in that store and I was like, man, what am I doing with my life? Like, this isn't.
Well, that's a whole nother. Yeah, and we don't want to crap on the store because the nerd levels. I told you, it's certain things that happen nerd wise where I'll be like, I'm not that level of a nerd. Like once it gets to like Magic the Gathering cards, I'm not there yet, and I don't think I'll ever be there. But like
it's like fight game community level of nerdism. I can't do it.
Oh man,
y'all, there's nasty. Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying. Like, y'all lived all the stereotypes. I can't. Like, nah. Yeah. Y'all put a stain on my hobby.
Oh man, so you secure. How long you got before you done with it? How you think?
I think I probably still got like a solid 30 hours before I finish the game. Yes, it's a long, tedious game because I'm trying to play it, build my character all the way up, and experience everything that I can experience. So I'm clearing out the whole map, doing all the missions. So yeah, you know what I mean? Just taking my time because it's fun, bro. Like, I mean, I find myself playing 3-4 hours easy.
Really?
Yeah. The PlayStation controller always dies. I'm like, dang. All right, well, time to hang it up.
Okay, is that what tells you when your time to put it up for the night? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else you playing?
Nah, man. Ghost of Tsushima is really the only game I'm playing. I just pop into 2K every once in a while, which is a shame because I'm 2 games away from getting that GOAT Larry Bird, and I just don't care. I'm like, whatever.
Well, it doesn't. Like I asked you the last pod, you said you were going for him. Like, for what? Like, because you'll get him and then play with him once or twice, and then he ain't gonna make your team to play with him. So it's just more of a completionist.
Word is he's good. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I'll get him. He probably will. I
probably
start him over
Larry
Michael Porter
Bird,
Jr.
Though. You're not going to start him over. You're not going to play Larry Bird. He don't dunk.
I would play Larry Bird. He does dunk. I mean, listen, this is my team we're talking about over here. Like, these cards ain't realistic. You know what I mean?
You still running Zion?
Yeah, still running Zion, man. Still a beast out here, just jumping over everything.
Okay.
And I got Kristaps. I got Kristaps at the 2.
Oh, really? Oh, you got a cheese squad.
I do.
Yeah, you got a cheesy squad. Yeah, it's the end game. Yeah, we might have to swap though, because you're playing Ghost of Tsushima. When you're done, I'm about, I would say maybe 2 hours left in Paper Mario. It's not hard. It's nothing challenging about it. It's just a funny game, man. Like it.
I know what you said.
Yeah, like it's just some of the odes to like some of the older Mario titles, and like the Luigi aspect of it is really funny. Like whenever you run into Luigi, he's like supposed to help you, and like he thinks he's helping, but he's not. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna help you, and then runs away, and it's like it's just such a comedic aspect of it. Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus Lord. Yeah.
Man, listen, get rid of that house phone, man.
You always say that. That's like
quit
slandering.
That's like the phone at your grandma's house, bro.
It doesn't.
That's like the phone at your grandma's house.
It makes me pick it up. That's what it does. Sorry about that. Anybody that's in their ear. What was I about to say? So yeah, so Paper Mario. I'm almost done. I think I'm on the last level. I'm actually you go save Bowser in this one, which is the weird thing about that. You don't really fight him. You save him at the end of this one. And I'm sad to see it be done, man. Nintendo got a good thing going with the Switch. And I think it is my most played console right now, only because Animal Crossing and now this. But the Origami King, man, I can't speak of it enough. It's a funny game. When you play it, it's like some of the humor that goes into it, where like you'll say something to someone and they'll just like give you a one-liner, which some kids might not get it. And that's what I think Nintendo has mastered, is that they put things in little cutesy packages like Animal Crossing or Paper Mario, and it looks like it's very visually pretty and it's colorful. And you think kids see it, like Khalees sees it, and she's like, "Oh, I want to play that game." But she's slowly realizing that it's a ton of reading, it's a ton of like adult humor, not raunchy, but like things that adults would understand. And we talked about that with Animal Crossing. Like, it looks like a cutesy game, but like there's mortgages, there's stocks, there's using money to buy things and like saving up money and when to go shop and stuff like that goes into it. You understand that it's really not necessarily for kids, you know. But you know, it's one of the things where I think once you're done with Ghost of Tsushima, I'm definitely gonna Steve Nash this to you. I want you to check it out and have some fun with it. I do think because you played the Mario games in the past, again when we were little, you'll have a lot of fun with it, you know.
See, I've never played Paper Mario though. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what makes it different from the other ones. Because I heard it's like more of like a puzzle kind of game.
It is. It's real puzzly. If you like, but okay, don't think of it puzzly like Tomb Raider type puzzles. More like Zelda type puzzles. You know, think of it like that. And I think you might like it. But you know, if anything, you know, try it out, and if you don't like it, you just give it back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got a 14-day return period.
Exactly. So that's all I've been playing is that. Like I said, a little bit of Animal Crossing. And yeah, that's it, man. I turned on Spider-Man for all of 10-15 minutes before Dante came in and wanted to I forget what he had me do, and I just ended up turning it off and didn't come back. I'm gonna have to move my PlayStation. I think once I'm gonna have to move it from the man cave, and because like it's to the point now, bro, I don't even go downstairs anymore. Like, I'll go down there for a hot second.
Bad news down there, huh?
It is, man. Like, it's nothing, like, because it's such a good vibe down there, but like the kids, man, my kids, I'm too accessible, bro. I am too accessible to them, to the point where my kids, they ask me something like, "Hey daddy," I'm like, "No, whatever you're gonna ask me, the answer is no." Okay, like, no. And you know, they're persistent. They got their mom's genes, and then before I know it, I get them off my back and she's asking me questions. I'm like, "Listen, y'all need to leave me alone. I just want to play my game." And the loft has been pretty much the most chillingest spot. Like right now, like I'm at one computer and another computer's over here. I'll go over there and play, and then Khalees will be here, and she's like all into learning about bugs and tornadoes and stuff. So even when I'm playing the game, I have to take my headphones off and then answer a question for her. I'm just too accessible right now, man. Like, for real, yeah. I'm too accessible right now.
Listen, man, no, it just need firm bedtime. That's all it is. Like, yo,
no,
listen,
we got that.
No, I'm saying like 7:30. Like, because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times now, you know, you be tired. By that point, you know what I'm saying? By the time they go to bed, it's like 7:30. That way, it's like, hey, man, I know I got a couple hours. You know rock it.
The problem with it is being a germaphobe dad. Like, seriously, like, me and Shrita both are germaphobes. So we're like when you go outside, like you're outside running around, and like, or even when we go swimming, like we'll go out back and we got the big. I sent you a video of the bounce house we got in the back for the pool thing, right? Anyways, we'll go out there, and my kids, man, they're to the point where they're like, okay, we know we come to the house, we gotta take a shower. Well, that's a whole thing now, man. Like, they come in, we get them bathed, and then we gotta get ourselves cleaned up. And at that point, you're like, look, I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm gonna sit it down for a little bit. We might watch a documentary, and the day's over, you know. So, and especially it's so hot outside right now.
I'm gonna tell you, like I always tell you, man. Like, my parents, they figured out, because I mean, there's such a big age gap between me and my sister. And then, like, there were times when it was just me, my mom, and dad or whatever. Like, it wasn't anybody else at the house. And, like, man, they had it kind of down packed. It's like, yo, listen, I get in their face too long. They'd be like, all right, well, clearly you're bored. So, you know, time to do some work. You want to sit up under me. You're going to be doing something you don't want to do. So I was like, well, okay, well, let's clean the kitchen. It's like, all right, I know not to So I was like, wow. As I got older, I was like, wow, man, that was a smart tactic. Wow.
Yeah, it definitely is. Move. I always say I'm gonna implement that, but my kids, man, they'll band together, and then what the plot really thickens is when the boys and the little ones band together, and they'll like send the little ones upstairs to ask for something, and then like they'll send, of all people, they'll send Dante, and then they'll say, well, Daddy said this, Bubby. I'm like, okay, so you sent him up here to ask me this? Like, bro, if you just want to get some ice cream, just ask me, you know, like, don't send Buddy up here, because Dan Swan.
Well, so they send Buddy up to ask if they can have some ice cream.
If they can,
is he supposed to bring it back down to him?
No. To ask if we can go get some.
Oh, so okay. If y'all can actually go out and go get it.
Yeah, because they know it's hard for me to turn. Like it's hard for me to turn any of my kids down. They ever ask me for anything, but they.
I'll say the older kids. Nah, you be like, listen, out of my face, bro.
Yeah, you're right. No, yeah, chill out, bro. You cannot. But see that's the thing where the older two, they're trying to figure out. They're slowly starting to realize, like, this whole football season that's going to happen is really on them. If they don't do the right thing, then football's going to be shut down. So they're going to. Oh,
so it's still on track to happen.
Man, as of right now, they just changed it to where Monday when they go to practice, they have to all wear masks walking into the stadium and then leaving the stadium. When they're not participating in a drill, they got to put their mask back on. And while they're doing the drill, they don't have to wear a mask. Exactly.
That sounds disgusting.
And I don't know if you've been following it, man. The NFL, we didn't have it in our notes, but the NFL pretty much at one point they tested like 90 people and 72 of them tested positive for COVID.
Yeah. And
a lot of the players were like, listen, we're not coming back because the way that you have it currently set up is not safe for us to be there. Like, there's one lineman for the Chiefs. I thought he's an orderly though, so it wasn't just the fact of it not being safe. But he was like, "Nah, I'm cool. I'm not coming back. I forfeit my contract for this year, and I'll be back next year." And I think you're going to start seeing other players doing that. They already got rid of the preseason, so that's not going to be there. But
they had an opt out.
Yeah, they had an
opt out. Yeah.
But listen, screw football. It ain't gonna be no football season. All right, y'all need to realize that. All right. I mean, as far as high school, maybe they canceled football in Texas. High school football in Texas has been canceled. Let that sink in. The NFL, I just do not see it being. Kev, I don't see how they're gonna have a season, bro. I really don't.
Listen, man, the NBA is making it happen somehow. So hey, why not?
The NBA is a little bit different in the sense that, first of all, the season hasn't started yet, and we'll get into that because I still don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. And we talked
after
about
I got the Lou Williams story. Yeah, I was gonna say it's making it tough, man.
But we got screw all that. Let's get to the meat of what we want to talk about today, and that's about this Xbox showcase, man. We got to break this down because
defend your boys.
No, what do you mean your boys?
Defend your mans. Defend your mans in them.
What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. These PlayStation, these broke boy consoles. I don't do that. Yo, Jay hit me up too. He was like, "Yeah, you're all PlayStation now. I can see it in your tone." I said, "I can't defend this mess, man. I really can't." So I wanted to break it down to 3 sections: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so let's start with love. All right, what was good about the conference? What can you tell me good about it?
Nothing, bro. It looked sorry as ever. What are we talking about?
Okay, I had my notes was the good was that they did have a conference. All right, so basically this was their E3. This would have been their E3 this year, their press conference. My question to you, Kev, is how do they huddle up as a conglomerate and then think that this was a viable product to put in front of people to say this is going to make you buy our IPs for next gen? Like, what made them think that this was good? My question is to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I think that they just had to kind of work with what they had, bro.
See, I'm not buying that because everybody's remote. Sony already was like, I feel like Sony is trolling them to the sense where they're like, okay, because now I don't know if you noticed, but they got one coming August 9th. Supposedly they got one coming August 9th, and they're going to basically kick the body at this point. They're kicking a dead body. So let me start here. The good I had was Halo Infinite. It was Halo, and like I will say this: we'll probably play it, right? Because we'll get it for Game Pass. We have Game Pass for the next month or so, whatever. I don't know. I'll take that back, although, because I might not renew my Game Pass. But anyways, the likelihood of us playing that game is very high. We'll probably play it. Here's my question, though. Or here's my statement. We won't know what it's about, Kev, because we played the last Gears of War. I think we even played Halo 5 a little bit together. I do not know the story. You know what I'm saying?
I have no clue what happened. I remember us being out in the desert in Gears of War 5.
That's all I remember. Okay, because my thing about that was even when I'm starting with love with Halo Infinite, I was excited that there's a Halo game. I was excited that they're not giving up on that franchise. It is pretty much their Sonic of their console, and the shooting looked good. It looked like, I mean, that's one thing that 343 can do. They they have a history of making good shooters. The story, I hope, is explained very well. But it looked god awful when it got to those daggone gorillas, man. Like, what was that gorilla at the end, bro? Like, seriously, that facial animation was awful. That was god awful. And then come to find out that really everything that we saw was on the Xbox One X.
Terrible,
Why?
Bro.
And it was running on a PC equivalent to the Xbox One X. They have had time to get that ready for the next system. And the next system is coming out in like 3 months. So you mean to tell me you come out with your E3, right? In essence, your E3 presentation, and you're not having it run on the console you're planning on selling us in less than 3.5 months? Come on, man. Like, how do you... That doesn't make any sense, Kev.
It be like that, dog.
I guess it does be like that. So then we get the State of Decay. I'm sorry, I'm on my soapbox a little bit. So then we get the State of Decay trailer. It's nothing but a CGI trailer. So it's to get people hype, but they're showing no gameplay. We don't know what we're going to get from that. The game Everwild that was made by Rare, that was a trailer. It didn't look good. Tell me why. That looks very bad. That was the game that was the game about the siblings that was talking about the mom or whatever. That was 360 graphics, bro.
Was that the one where the girl like grows up and comes back like I decided to? It was like it was like a story based role playing.
No,
what
not
is
that
this
one.
Trash?
No, not that one. This was the one that was the siblings. It was a boy and a girl.
Oh yeah. Oh
man, that
terrible.
game looked awful.
Nah,
it didn't
nothing
look good
was more
at all.
unforgivable than that game about the kid who robbed the bank or whatever. And it was like told in frames or whatever. And like, what is this trash?
Yeah,
what is this trash?
I'll tell you what was worse than that. They had Ori and the Will of the Wisp, which is a beautiful game, a good game. Yeah. But guess what? It's already out. So they're going to release a new version of it for the Series X. Kev, what the heck is this mess, man? The Outer Worlds, blah. I had the Outer Worlds written. My notes for that was blah. Grounded, which was the Honey I Shrunk the Kids remake. Yo, who is this for? Who is this for? I didn't get that at all. Avowed, which looked good. That was the RPG. That was the one that looked like what's the game? It was okay. It was an RPG, kind of like looked like Lord of the Rings kind of look. What was the game?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forget the name of it that came out. It was I want to say Morrowind, but I don't think that's it. It's one. It had the dragons in it. It came out for last gen systems.
I don't know, man. It sounds like it was gonna be what was that one game with all the Disney characters, man? That garbage.
No, not that.
And then Fable was that they say Fable for that. I'm like, who wants this trash?
Yeah,
have you ever played Fable before?
I hated it.
I did. It's not a good game. I got it for free on 360, and I felt like I paid too much.
I didn't even understand because it does have a cult following. So I'm not going to crap on the fact that it doesn't have people that wants to play it. But guess what? Who else has a cult following?
I will.
Halo Wars. You will. I know you will. And something else. I forget who else that has a cult following too. But it's like it's not for everybody. And they got to quit. Like they keep carting out Forza. And don't get me wrong. I get Forza is it's a visually pretty game. But one thing they need to realize, that's a niche thing. If you don't like racing games, you're out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you could play it and have fun. Like if you like racing games, that's your alley. Like Gran Turismo. I was a fan of Gran Turismo when I was growing up. That was a fun game. But when I got out of racing games, I got out of it. Like I can't put like that being one of the linchpins when it comes to buying a console. The Destiny 2, which is coming to Game Pass. I mean, okay, but I played Destiny 2 on PC. And they're talking about Destiny 2 for PC on Game Pass is not going to be there till 2021. I'm out on that. So that immediately puts that out. And then they got Crossfire, which looks like Call of Duty clone. It looked good, but like I've played that.
But we already got Call of Duty. That was the same thing I thought as soon as I saw it. Like, well, we already got Duty, so no thanks, I'm cool.
But okay, so they were talking about the one what is it, xCloud. And it's like, and I posed a question to you. We were going back and forth. We were texting. It's like, how are they still trying to sell us a console, but then also trying to push xCloud? That makes no sense to me.
And listen, they better have something up their sleeve to show me with this xCloud stuff, because it's like we already have Stadia, so we know that just online gaming is not where it's at right now. It's not where it needs to be, and it's our home-based internet is not what we would need it to be for that to be a viable option right now. Like the speeds just aren't there, and like connections just aren't there. I mean, you have a hard time trying to get an ISP that doesn't cap your data usage. Like it's like that much data across the network having to move that fast. It's not happening, bro. Not consistently, and that's the whole thing with a console. You want a consistent experience as far as your gaming goes. It has to be, honestly. I mean, think about how much we complain about lag in 2K.
Right.
Imagine all of your, like, the full game has to stream across the internet. No bueno.
It's not going to work well. And then little Johnny's trying to watch Netflix, and that's going to buffer. You know, that's just not going to go well. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. And if I heard Fidelity one more time during that press conference, I literally was going to turn my TV off and never turn it back on. They said Fidelity like 30 times. And like, we both are very high technical people. We understand that stuff to the point where I understand when they're peeing on me and telling me it's raining. You know, like seriously, it's almost like you're insulting my intelligence by throwing a big word at me and thinking that I'm just gonna. I don't care nothing about your fidelity. I don't care nothing about your floops. Just make a good game. Just make a good game and makes me want to play it. I'm playing Paper Mario for all that, dude. I'm playing it like I'm about 30 hours in, having a great time with it. It literally is a piece of paper jumping around a screen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care nothing about computing power. I don't care nothing about the cloud. Just make a good game.
Bruh, you know? I mean, we talked about this already, but I mean, to me, when I saw that conference, Xbox exposed their glaring weakness. And it's like, bruh, this console generation, did they have any exclusive games that were considered for Game of the Year?
No. When you asked me that question, I literally could not. I stumbled a little bit because I'm like, well, sure they do. And I asked myself, like, what? And I didn't have an answer.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
They've not produced anything memorable at all for this console generation. And it's like, I get it. You try to, boast the experience, and it's like, yeah, there are a lot of great multi-plat games, but it's like, if I can get this game anywhere, but then there's also another console that I can get great games that are only there, why would I buy your console? You know
exactly. No, exactly. You say it laughingly, but that's exactly it, bro. It's like, if I can get those other first party titles and play the games that you offer on your system and they're good too, like you said, why would I buy for Halo? I could play it on PC. Gears of War, I could play it on PC. And then another thing is, like, all their titles are all coming to Game Pass. Yeah. So if I wanted to pay $15 a month and just have Game Pass, that to me sounds like the better option than going out and paying $500-$600 for a console. I have no incentive to buy this console.
Think about what you just said there, though. Like Halo and Gears of War. Like, how long are you going to live on the legacy of those games?
Right.
Like, PlayStation is coming out with heat, like new games that we've never seen before, a new experience. How long are you going to live on? Like, I mean, at this point, we're going to be at Gear 6, which will really be Gear 7 because we got that god awful game in the middle.
Yeah, we won't talk about that one. But you're right.
What is this? Halo 6?
Put it this way. Yeah, this will be Halo 6. Put it this way. There already is a game for PlayStation 5 that I want to play, and I'm going to buy it the first instance it comes out, and that's that Spider-Man Miles Morales game. I'm going to buy that. I'm really going to buy that console for a lot of reasons, but that is one of the reasons I'm going to buy it.
I need that Deathloop game. That game looks fire.
That game does look fire, and that's a throw off. I bet that game's not even going to be $59.99. I bet that'll probably be like a $30 game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be a cheapie. Yeah, I'm there for it too. But you're right. Like, what is going to make me buy this Xbox? Like, and even from someone who, former Xbox loyalist, I want to talk to somebody who really is one still. And I want to have this conversation with, like, really, what is going to make you buy it? And, like, everyone that I talk to, like, shout out to Mike, he even hit me up like, man, I'm not buying that Xbox. I'm just going to play everything on PC because everything's going to be on Game Pass. You know, like, I'm not going to buy the game themselves. So I understand what their business model more than anything. I'm not understanding Microsoft's business model. You know, you're coming out with this console. You're already taking a loss and making it. How are you going to sell this to people?
They must just want to bow out. I mean, when I thought about the fact that they've not had any first-party titles that were in contention for Game of the Year, not even winners, just contention, it's like, yo, they're not trying anymore. Because, I mean, I think about this console generation. It's like, yo, all right, you look at PlayStation. You got Last of Us 2. You got Ghost of Tsushima. You got Death Stranding. You got God of War. You got Horizon Zero Dawn. After that, you got what was my other Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? And there's more. I'm leaving stuff out here. And, it's just Spider-Man? Not coming to me that quick. Spider-Man. But it's like these games just roll off the tongue. It's like, yo, you could actually pinpoint the games. It's like, okay, yeah, no. They had a whole lot of fire. I can't name one single game that Xbox outside of Cuphead, which was like Cuphead, if we're being honest, bro, that was a 1999 game, period. Like, it was cool. It was you know what I'm saying? I like the art style and all that. It was cool, but it wasn't a blockbuster for an exclusive.
It's not even a first party anymore. It's on a Switch.
So, yeah, and I mean, like, I'll still give them their credit for it, because I mean technically Death Stranding is on PC, so it's whatever as far as that goes. As long as you can, because their only direct competitor is PlayStation. Like, nobody's competing with Nintendo. Nintendo does their own thing. Nintendo doesn't want to compete, and that's fine. But even with Nintendo, it's like, we had an amazing Zelda game that just pushed, the boundaries of what gaming could be. They've got games like they're actually putting their, they're showing their hands. Smash Brothers, another, even though it's a rehash, another amazing game. It's like, if you're gonna at least continue your legacy, at least refresh it and make it something new. Halo looked like the exact same Halo it has always been.
Yeah, it is. It definitely looks like the same. And when those god awful gorillas, man, they added the grappling hook. The grappling hook seems okay, but that's kind of like, straight out of the playbook of something we've seen before. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but we've seen that before too. But no, you're right. It's Halo, bro. I mean, you shoot a grunt, you get a new gun, you go to another area, you hunker down, rinse, repeat, a little bit of story, Halo done. Cutscene, dramatic music. Let's get out of here. Master Chief gets lost, or show Master Chief's face. You know what I mean? Like, do something that, like, get more into it. But I do believe, like, bro, I do think that, because we talked about it a little bit when we were texting, I think with Microsoft going all in on the social aspect of gaming is what messed them up too. Because now gaming is going back to not being a social thing. It's more just playing the story. Well, okay, it's better, I would say, being non-social, just enjoying the story like a good book or a good movie, enjoying it, and then word of mouth, just talking about it. I think that's how Red Dead got known more than anything. But I mean, Red Dead had its own thing too.
It had Rockstar.
It had Rockstar.
Like, that was enough. Yeah,
and they could tell a hell of a story. But another with that, like all the first party titles with the PlayStation, one thing they all have in common is their stories are just amazing. Days Gone, which is a game we don't even talk about, but people really, really loved that story that was in that game. And it was like that was a throwaway. Like, you didn't even mention that one earlier, and then you got, which is getting criticized now with The Last of Us, not Last of Us. Was it The Last of Us 2?
Last of Us 2 it had mixed reviews. I mean, Death Stranding had mixed reviews, but that's not the point. It's like the fact that they at least tried.
Yes.
They at least put it out there. It's like, okay, Death Stranding, even though Death Stranding is actually doing very well on PC, I heard, which is a big surprise. But it's like, listen, regardless, like, they're trying, they're giving us something. I will always give Sony credit, and I enjoyed Death Stranding. Some people, I can understand why they wouldn't like it. I really enjoyed it. I know Jay really enjoyed it too. Yeah, it was a good game for some, but it's like the fact that Sony had the wherewithal to just at least give it a shot. It was something completely. It was a new gaming experience, and that was what was important. It wasn't just the retelling of the same story or the same gameplay over and over. How many shooters does Xbox need?
Right, and that's my thing with that, man. It's like, if you like shooters, Xbox is your console. I think I even said that even when they had the Xbox 360. That was like the shooters console for people who like shooters. I mean, and I don't.
I was about to say, like, man, let's get dark. Let's get real dark.
I know. That's why I had to come back. I had to clean it up a little bit.
It's a shooters console, like, shit.
Yeah. I don't get what you would get an Xbox for in 2020, and then furthermore, why would you get the new console that's coming out? Like, I'm really perplexed by it. There isn't.
They're mailing it in on this new console.
They very much so is, man. And I think that what they need to do is just make Game Pass on everything, because they sneakily put it on the Switch. They did sneaky put it on the Switch. And yes, it's you can chat on there. I can't remember the exact function, but you can get Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch. Not in the aspect of we think that Xbox Live is, but there's a way you can get it on there. And I don't fact check, so I'm not gonna look that up. But they need to just do that. Just put Game Pass on the PlayStation, bow out of the whole console thing, but they probably won't let them do it. As long as Windows is selling, this is like I told you, the Xbox is basically their sneaker fund. Their hobby. The Xbox is is like, to us, how we do sneakers. That's what the Xbox is for Microsoft.
You know what? The thing is, it's so simple. It's like, listen, just give us good games. Stop worrying about the flukes.
They won't.
Stop worrying about a powerful console. Stop worrying about elite controls and all that.
Think about it.
Just give us a good game.
They tried, bro. They tried with these Xbox studios, and look at the studio. Look at what the studios gave us. They gave us the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Booty.
Yeah, man, and these last games they just showed in that press conference, those were all the Xbox studios they've been touting about. Now, mind you, there are a couple gems in there as far as that the game, whatever that game is called. It looks like Lord of the Rings ish, but that one is even one that I might play it, but once again, Game Pass. Game Pass.
I think most of those games were coming to Game Pass anyway. It cracked me up every time they were like, "Yo, console exclusive." I'm like, "This looks terrible." Like every time y'all say console exclusive, it's like, "Man, this looks like it sucks." I mean, I've been excited to play Ghost of Tsushima for like 2 years because it's like the first time that we saw it, it's like, "Oh, this looks fire."
Well, you know,
and then they delivered it. It was fire.
Yeah, but you know what Ghost of Tsushima did too is they pride on the fact that we loved Ninja Gaiden growing up. But they didn't go back and just make a Ninja Gaiden remake. They actually took the core of it and just made a game that was better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they gave us something that we could do. Like, okay, everyone loved Ninja Gaiden. Let's give them a Ninja Samurai game. Everybody likes samurais. And then they just added to it. So, I don't know what Microsoft is doing.
And, you know, I had to fact check something. I had to look over to the side to fact check something because you said that you were talking about the Japanese being better storytellers. Okay, Ghost of Tsushima is from Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is based out of Bellevue, Washington.
Ah, okay.
So they're literally in Microsoft's back pocket and still missed. Mm-hmm. Still missed the mark. It's like you still missed out on the opportunity to deliver something amazing.
I don't get it. I don't get it. So no, these aren't Japanese companies then. These aren't even
Japanese companies.
So that just means Sony's just getting the best talent?
Yeah, Tony's just got it. Sony understood what was so important. Oh, think about it like this. Think about the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, right?
Okay.
Xbox's main focus was on making the most powerful console we had ever seen. The floops were going to be up. It's going to be the fastest, most powerful, greatest output. All this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. PlayStation put out that PlayStation Pro, and people crapped on it like, "Oh man, it's going to be using checkerboarding, and it's not going to perform as well as the Xbox One X. The One X is going to be a superior console." Sony didn't care. Their whole focus was just like, "Yo, listen, we're just going to beef up this console enough that it can compete, and we'll let the games do the rest of the story for us." Because it's like, "Yo, I have a One X," and it's like, yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks cool, but there's nothing to play. The only game I play on my Xbox is 2K. And the only time I actually get excited for anything, bro, is whenever PlayStation is dropping something. The last few games that I bought outside of Animal Crossing have all been PlayStation games. The ones I look forward to buying are PlayStation games. The only time I buy a game for the Xbox is like it's on both platforms and I want to play this game and my Xbox looks better. That's it. That's the only reason I'll buy a game for Xbox.
Really? I don't even do that. Like I'm sitting here looking at my Xbox because it's sitting on upstairs in the loft on one of my computer desks, and I just look at it and it's looking at me. The most run it's gotten in the last 3 months have been Khalees playing that Disney game on it. Like I don't even turn it on, you know.
You
but
might
I don't
just give it to her, or put it in the living room, make it a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, I don't. Who watches Blu-rays now?
Oh, make it. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Blu-ray. Yeah. Blu-ray quality is better though.
It is. They need to go better on sales. They need to have like where you could buy a Blu-ray and it'd be like $9 or something. Because I would
how we discuss this Xbox. Yeah,
I know.
Exactly. Look at how we discuss this Xbox now. It's like, man, they need to put Blu-rays on that. Maybe that should be Microsoft's strategy. Put Blu-rays on sale.
Yeah, or you think about it, remember they tried to do the HD discs and that burned too because nobody did that. Oh, man, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's because you got to come back to Microsoft with Windows. They literally don't care, and it seems like they don't care. I still don't understand the gorillas, man. Those gorillas look bad.
That really it ruined your experience, huh?
That was the first when I was like, "Yo, what in the world is this?
Am I seeing now?" Yeah.
Yeah, their teeth looks all bad, and they highlighted him for like 3 minutes. He was just talking like, "This is cringy." Like I don't know. Did you feel like I felt like it was just cringy to me?
I felt like I was upset that they wasted an hour of my day when I got done watching that press conference. I was just like, "This is like why? Why did I even watch this?" Like I was excited. I'm like, "Hey, listen, maybe they'll come out with, if nothing else, I'm like, maybe they'll at least announce the price, and then I'll have an idea what PlayStation is going to cost." Or hey, listen, maybe they might knock our socks off. They, you know what I'm saying? They had a chance to see what the competition had going on. They could come out here. They really need a win. They can knock it out of the park. They didn't either.
Yeah. No, they didn't, bro. I'm GamesMusicLyfe is gonna be on their neck about it. I think some people are trying to be nice about it. I even saw some people talking about how it was a win for Microsoft, and I wanted to tell them I don't know what dope you're on.
I did not see anybody say that.
But package that and sell it because you could be a millionaire. Because that was awful to me. That was awful.
Bruh,
and I tried to find some goodness in it. I just can't.
First thing I did was go to Twitter to see what Twitter was saying. And everybody was like, "Nah, This ain't it. I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, because at first I thought my PlayStation bias was coming off too hard. I'm just like, nah, I'm glad. Like you said, I'm not tripping either. Like, yo, y'all bugging if y'all think that was a good conference, man. You know, y'all bugging.
That was horrible, and it was laggy. PlayStation had no lag. It was laggy. I watched it live though. You watched the replay.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is
even though it was all recording anyway, so you know.
Yeah, I don't understand how it was laggy though.
It was laggy. It was bad.
My gosh. All right, they couldn't even get that right. All right, man. NBA byke. So we got the preseason going on right now. Yeah. I thought these were real games. I didn't know they were preseason games. Whatever. I don't know. What are you seeing so far, man? Scrimmages.
I've only really seen. I've just seen the Bleacher Report highlights on Instagram. Like I don't have NBA TV. I'm not gonna get it. And I thought that they would do the right thing and put it on TNT or stream it on Twitter for free, especially if these are just the scrimmages. At least have it on ESPN, the Ocho or something. But they didn't. No,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's nasty about it though is I did stumble across one of them. I don't know what I was watching. I do have NBA TV, man. That's what it was. And they were showing the game, but they had the Zoom call for the commentary.
Oh,
and that was
it was nasty.
That. Oh, it was nasty.
That's tough.
Oh, it was because some people's internet wasn't good, and it was like the dunk would happen, and like 3 seconds later, you go, "Woo, that was amazing!" Like, bro, the dunk happened like 4 seconds ago. So, what are you reacting to?
Do you remember that awful game of horse that they tried to play?
Yeah,
it was like man, we live streaming on Instagram. Like, man, people's feed was going out, man. You know what I'm saying? They're having connection interruptions. It was just like, nah, man, you don't put this on TV again, man. This is horrible.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be a season? Do you think they're gonna still do it?
I mean, no. After I heard Lou Will, you know what I'm saying, went out for some extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying? He had to go visit the Magic Kingdom to get his mind right. I was like,
Hey man,
you know,
cats
have
to
like,
break out, man. I think for that reason alone is why it's not gonna work because cats is gonna break free. But once you break out the bubble, you gotta come back. You gotta quarantine for 14 days.
Well, I say think about it like this, okay? When we were when we started quarantine, right, and we just thought it was gonna be 2 weeks, that sounded like, man, it's gonna be a walk in the park, right? Like, oh man, 2 weeks to just stay at home, man. You get to enjoy your family, and you know it'll be a good time, man. We'll make it an adventure. I mean, you know, you might have some trepidation about getting the stuff that you needed or whatever, but once you're all settled there, it's like, oh man, it'll be fun, a change of a staycation, if you will,
right?
Be it just a change of pace or whatever. Once you realized that it was going to be 3 months and counting, you started looking at things a little different. Like, nah. We got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's try. You know what I'm saying? So think about this. The NBA is supposed to do this for 3 months. It's been like a week right now that they've been in the bubble.
Right.
And Cats is already breaking out to go to the Magic Kingdom.
Right. Yeah, the Magic Kingdom. And Lou Will said, "I'll be back." He was like, I'm gonna come back in a little bit. Y'all be good.
He went to a place that was full of imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. I'm hoping they do. I see baseball is bad. I watched a baseball game last night. I was doing other things on the computer, but I was watching it. It's so nasty watching seeing the cardboard cutouts. It freaked me out.
Oh, bro, that freaked me out. That freaked me out seeing the cardboard cutouts. Yeah, I wasn't with that.
They were toying around. Adam Silver said they were toying around with the idea of having virtual fans, which in theory sounds.
I like what they got.
They got, but here's the thing: it's all fun and games until someone goes into being a virtual fan, and then does some extracurricular, and that's immediately out the way, like immediately gone. You can't do it no more. So they can't do that. But listen, there's gonna be no fans there. Like there's gonna be sound. They should just start playing some hip hop or something, man. Just start playing some music. Like you're not gonna hear the sound, man. You know?
Yeah, like make it like a game of 2K or something, man. Just play some music or whatever. That could be cool.
That could be cool, man.
I think the players would actually play better, man. The home team gets to pick the playlist.
Yeah. I think that'd be fire. I don't know, man. This I'm optimistic, hoping that they'll finish the season or we'll get a season, but it kind of seems nasty so far. It doesn't seem.
It's rough. It looked like some good basketball though. I mean, the beer went off. Westbrook went off. LeBron had a great dunk. It was a couple people that had some great games or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's been nice.
Yeah. Deion Waiters was hitting threes. JR looks okay. He looks real skinny too.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, he had nothing but time. I seen AD went down with an ouchie. I was like, man, listen, basketball is back.
Yeah. I mean, it's only right AD gets hurt. It's only right.
He got poked in the eye, so it's like, I ain't gonna go in on the guy that bad. But
he got
I saw a thread on it. He said got weak eyes.
Yeah, so he's always getting ouchies, man. He's getting ouchies all the time. I'll tell you, he was a beast, though, is Luka Doncic. Like, I always put respect on his name from this, even when the season was going on before everything happened. I knew he was a bad boy, but, like, when I'm seeing other players give it up to him, like, yo, this dude's cold. And he just like, he doesn't, like I always say, he's built like an off-duty firefighter. And he literally just dictates the whole speed of the game. It goes by the beat of him. And that's when you know the greats, they do that. But LeBron looks good. I think he needs to go and get the dye on the beard, though. Old man Bron, I'm here for it. But then I'm kind of like, I don't know, makes me a little sad. But
yeah, go ahead and dye it up, man. Yeah, this look weird.
Get the Beijing, man.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man.
Go and get the Jing. All right, man. So Snoop and DMX happened.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, man. It was great. It was a
great
time, man. That was one of the better verses, and it was no battle. It was just like, yo, no, listen, like it's two legends just playing some records, man, and everything had you hyped.
Right, that's exactly how I felt. I actually need to rewatch it again. I haven't watched it for the second go through, so I watched it live, and I almost gave the Orkin dude stopped by during the battle, or I would say battle. He was the verses, and he rung the doorbell, and the wife was in the flex room doing homework. So of course she tells me, babe, can you get the door? So I'm like, who's at the door? So I go to the door, and it's a little guy. I get he's getting his hustle on, trying to sell me the Orkin deal to try to kill spiders. That is a hustle, because I always give people credit in the fact that it takes a lot of want to go to someone's door and tell them that you want to sell them a product that's going to kill spiders. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to give you credit for the fact that is hard and that's something to do. But I got DMX and Snoop to get back to, and I don't want to pay $300 for 3 months for you to go kill some spiders. I think even at one point he said it, and he goes through the price, right? And I'm like, he says like $300 and something for the season. I said, oh, how long is the season? Like 3 years? And he was like, nah, the season's 3 months. I said, man, to kill some spiders? Hey, bro, we got this daggone this treatment we spray around the base of the crib. That'll be cool. And like, I don't care about a spider here and there, man. I'm cool with it, man. You know? Right. And like, he could tell that I was getting annoyed, but like, he also was trying to make that sale. So, of course, then the butthole got to come out like, hey, man, I got to go, man. I appreciate you, but listen, Snoop and DMX is bro.
At some point, it's like, man, you got to just know when to bow out. Hold on.
Man.
Was he a brother man?
No. And that's, okay, I mean, not so much, not saying that made the difference, but I mean, at least I would have been a little bit more lenient.
It ain't that. No, it ain't that. A lot of times the brother man just know when it's dead. It's over.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times he just bow out like, you know what, you're right.
Nah, Kyler was consistent, bro. He was like, you're missing out. I said, no, he's like, at one point he said, like, you're missing out. I said, on what? Killing some spiders? Hey, look, man, you take it easy, man. I don't want it, all right? I'm out of here.
Right.
And I missed about 7 minutes of the battle, so I got to go back and watch about the 7 I missed. But from what I saw, it was a fun thing, man. Like, Future could never, okay? That's the one thing I will say, and I'll text you that. Like, the music back then, 90s rap, there's nothing like 90s rap music. It was so problematic that it was normal to us during that time. And Snoop was just singing it word for word, just looking into the camera and letting you know like what it was about, what time it was during that. And I'm just like, man, this was such a problematic time, man. But
when I was listening to DMX's rap, I was like, yo, listen, this one flying in 2020. And the Twanky Twanky, you lucky we just celebrating you, because this don't fly in the Twanky Twanky no more.
Yeah. What did you? It was some comedic moments when DMX said, "Hey, if we both take our shirts off, we'll make the number 10." I fell out laughing. That was funny. That was super funny. But I did think going in that
when he told Mans he wasn't reading that stuff, man, I was like, "Yo, X is still there."
Yeah, when he told Swiss, like, "I'm not reading it. You come read it." You know.
Right. Was it a lot closer? He's like, "Man, why you keep hiding?" I wasn't counting anything, bro. Like, there was nothing to count. It was like, I loved all the songs. I was like, whatever. No winner. Like, it was like, this is a draw. I love it all.
When X said, he said, man, I'm seeing the same 10 names up here from beginning. Like, you giving me these fake numbers. Oh yeah, I'm glad. Right. I'm glad they were in the same building. Because had it been like in separate venues, that'd have been bad. And I think the which one was it? The Jadakiss and Fab one started it off, and they're like, yo, everyone has to be in the same room when they're doing these versus battles. And shout out to Swiss Beats. And Timberland's kind of like the silent investor at this point. We don't see him at all. But
I don't know why he's more involved.
I don't know. Maybe he's just.
It seems like a good IP, but I guess at some point they're gonna run out of people. But maybe not, because it's like, well, just start doing more recent artists.
Well,
maybe don't have to be legends.
We didn't think DMX and Snoop was gonna happen. You know,
right.
So the only thing left is like Nas and Jay-Z. That's the only thing I would want to see.
I mean, Eminem and Wayne, I could go for that.
Yeah, I would go for that too. I mean, that would be a good one. But I don't know if M's going to come out.
I don't know if it's a good matchup. I don't know if M matches up to Wayne very good. Like, their music is just so different. I don't know if it matches up so well.
Who would match up against M, though?
I want to see. Like, I want to see someone. Kendrick and Cole.
Yeah, but Kendrick's he's not. I mean, Cole gave us a 2-pack. What'd you think of that Cole 2-pack?
I didn't listen to it yet.
It's pretty good.
Word, okay.
Cole's rapping his face off, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We gotta get some music reviews down too, because Lupe gave us
Lupe gonna go.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Yeah, now you got me thinking, what would be a good versus battle? I want to see like Ghostface or like Raekwon, somebody from the Wu besides the RZA. I want to see somebody from the Wu.
I can see that. I want to see Ice Cube battle somebody.
Not right now. Ice Cube's too militant, right? Ice Cube is on something else right now, man. He's
doing the work right now,
bro. He might come out and like he might have gone a whole rant, and get Nick Cannon, and they would like bury us all. Like he's on that type of time right now. Have you seen Ice Cube?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen Ice Cube on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like you awakened the beast. Like, I'm still in here,
Yeah. I said what I said. And just because I made Are We There Yet? Don't think anything changed.
Don't get it twisted. I'm still Ice Cube.
Yeah. So, but there's still a bunch of verses, and like I said, start bringing the current guys. I do think Kendrick and Cole is probably a better matchup than you think. And like, I don't know who Drake could battle, but Drake and Kendrick, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody can match the Obs though. That's tough.
Yeah. Because Obs will start getting into a singing bag. Like, if he's going against Kendrick, it'd have to be bars. So I don't think he would go into the singing.
Well, he just got 100 million hits, bro. It's like,
yeah, I know.
Between his regular songs and his features, like, Drake's got enough to, to do 50 of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Ross could be on one. Like, Ross and Jeezy, I think, would be a good one.
No, listen, they ought to do like a Drake Royal Rumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep feeding rappers until somebody wins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just don't bring Pusha T.
Yeah, because then, hey man, it might be lights out quick.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I was happy about it, man. It was a good versus, and like you said, it wasn't really a battle. It was just a celebration of the artist, and it was good music, man. I was here for it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, we gotta talk about Kanye, bro.
Woo, my guy.
So Kanye got on Twitter. Somebody gave him his phone, and he put out everything. So I don't know if you saw today. He apologized. He apologized to Kim. He
did. Yeah.
But my God, was he letting it all? He was letting the clip empty. He was letting it all out. He called her Kim.
He
Kim
apologized,
man.
Chris. It was Chris Jong-un.
Chris Jong-un. Yeah.
Yes, it said that was white supremacy. I was like, wow, strong statements. Yeah. Tell your mother-in-law that she's a white supremacist. Wow, that's
right.
That's tough. That's tough.
Right.
But
I think the most damaging thing when he said North will never strip or never make a sex tape.
Yeah, she would never have a sex tape. Yeah, and she would never do play, and her mother would never take pictures of her for Playboy. I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
Listen, you know who you married, brother. You know who you married now. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quit disparaging Kim, man. You know.
But do you think that was part of the reasoning in him and Jay's fallout? Was like Jay thought he was doing something nuts in marrying her?
I think that Jay didn't want anything to do with that family.
Okay. Because
I think a big part of it.
Because me personally, I do feel that Kanye is looking at it like, man, I look nuts out here, and he's just realizing it. And where it was like people were trying to tell him when he was getting into it, like, yo, you know what you're getting into now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
and
I thought the most telling part of his apology today was that he didn't say he was lying.
No,
he just said he took a private matter public, and that was what he apologized for. He never said he lied or that he felt any different.
Right. Not even saying that he was saying that anything wasn't factual. Like he was like, oh no, these is facts. But I'm just sorry that I put it out for everybody to see because our kids can potentially see when they get older.
And he didn't apologize to Kris Jenner or whatever her name is these days. I don't know.
Pimp Jenny. Yeah, that. But
Chris Jong-un. That's her new name. Chris Jong-un.
Chris Jong. Yo, you see the meme of her face on Kim Jong-un's face? Like I can't unsee that now. She gotta be that. But no, I'm gonna tell you the part that got me too though was funny when he called man's Kanye. I said, oh yeah. That's why I didn't think he was like he might not be that nuts. You know what I mean? Because he's still giving jokes and stuff off. Like,
bro, I saw him in that video with Dave Chappelle. I was like, he look all right to me. Like, this don't look like a person that's I'm saying this don't look like a person that's having like a psychotic breakdown. He was just kind of like, oh, thanks for coming to see me, man. I appreciate it.
Right.
He's been around a ton of people. He was with Dame at Walmart. I'm like,
yep, Dame took him to Walmart. They did seem regular.
Looks pretty regular. Yeah. I think it's some truth. I think it's some truth here. It's how he really felt.
You think the real one trying to come back out?
I think so, man. I think he just was like, you know what? I'm sick of this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think I think it's a combination of him being sick of it and, like I said, him just looking at it like, man, I'm looking nuts out here. You know what I'm saying? Like what did I get myself into? Because I don't know. Because he talked. I don't know, man. Because he knew who he got with. But that's in a way too, though. Kanye's been known for wifing up work.
I mean, a little bit, but you know what? Look, listen, man. That she's a lady that had a past. Kim is almost 40. Like, leave it alone, man. Like, leave her alone. Yeah, but she did some things in the 20s. Like, all right, and into her 30s and whatever. But
you knew what you got yourself into. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew what he was getting himself into.
And from all accounts, it looks like she's a fairly decent wife and mother. Like, listen, just appreciate that part and, go on with your life. Yeah,
you had 3 kids with her, so.
4. Everybody forgets that 4th kid, man.
I know.
Nobody remembers that 4th kid. I feel so bad for her.
Because you know why? Because it was a surrogate, and she wasn't pregnant. So we don't have, like, we didn't see her pregnant. And, like, it was like it just.
The last
the baby
two
just.
are.
They picked up those 2 kids like there was Happy Meals, bro. Like, it wasn't like they had them and. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like we saw the progression. It was like they just picked up another kid. Like, you know what I mean? And all credit, like, I'm not saying anything about surrogates. It's just like she wasn't pregnant. So it's like you don't know. Like, oh, yeah, they got another kid.
Everybody forgets a song. Everybody forgets him.
Oh, see, I don't know. I was today years old when I knew his name.
Yeah. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's rough. It's rough for that little baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about his presidential campaign? How you feeling?
Okay, so I think people are apologetic and like, okay, we knew what he was trying to say. And I get it that he was trying to say something else, but there was just no defending the way that he's trying to say it. You know what I mean? Like when you see the whole clip and you see that when you see the cut of the clip where it says, like, Harriet Tubman, that's the part everyone's going to point out. Harriet Tubman really took the slaves and took them to other white people. It was a larger issue. It was a larger point that he had made before that makes it a little bit different. You know what I mean? But even with that, you can't say what he said. And it just didn't make a lot of sense. Like, I seen a man who he's going through some stuff, but I don't think that it was as crazy as everyone made it out to be. Like, oh, he's just nuts, and this was like his unraveling right in front of everyone's eyes. So when you thought, I almost killed my daughter, and then the headlines was like, he almost killed his daughter. No, he was just saying that they thought about getting an abortion. Everyone's, I'm not saying everyone's done that, but everyone who's had a child at a young age or even at any age, they were like, you've thought about that type of thing. Like, do I want to bring this child into the world? You have those discussions with your mate. So it's not so much saying like you want to, like, you have your hands wrapped around your child's neck and almost killed her. That's what people were trying to say. But I did see a person who, when I saw the clip and I saw the bulletproof vest, I said, oh yeah, we got us one here. And I was like, I don't know what we're gonna hear, and like it was definitely, I was glued to watching it all because I watched it the whole thing. And so yeah, it was a grand opening, grand closing, I think, with that. But what you think?
Man, only thing, like, listen, this is why you have a speechwriter, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got up there you got talking out of space, and you know what I mean? Yeah, that's never good. That's never good. Yeah. I mean, it made me appreciate Barack Obama, how eloquent he was, is as a president, and man. But listen, I'm here to watch the show. Kanye,
absolutely.
Please don't continue. Like, when we get closer to November and it's really time to vote. I saw him tweeting earlier. about he could beat Biden on mail-in ballots. Like, please don't, please don't.
Yeah. No, just give
where's
it
the
up.
album? Where's the album supposed to come yesterday?
I was just about to ask you about that. Like, where's Donda? Where's that at?
Yeah, where's it at? I think did he change the name? I don't know anymore. Like, cause it was God's Country first, and then it was Donda, and I can't keep up anymore. Last I saw, he was tweeting a little bit ago, because I had to follow his tweets. I had to subscribe, and he started with the Yeezy. He's got Yeezy Gap Year 0. That's what we've got right now. So we'll see. So it's like you're still being a brand ambassador, I guess. I don't know, but or a collaborator. I shouldn't say ambassador. I don't want to minimize his role, but I don't know, man. Like, it's nice to have Kanye back on the scene. He always shakes it up a little bit, man. It's always a good time.
Yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth with it being sad and being entertaining. That's where I teeter from. Like, I feel like I'm sad for him, because I'm like, what if we are watching someone who literally can't hold us together mentally? And
I don't think so.
You know,
I've seen other videos that kind of prove otherwise, and it's like, no, I think he means it. I think he knows clearly what he's doing, and I think he means it. And I'm not. Would I vote for him? No, not right now.
Absolutely not.
Everything else, seems fine to me. No doctors needed.
No, I tell you what though, that family is something. It's some truth into that method. When he said that everyone knows that Get Out was about me, like, okay, like now you're talking my language here, because like that's something we all thought, because like Lamar Odom still ain't recovered. You know,
he got to talking real weird on TV. It was like, you ain't got to do all that, Kanye.
Bruh, I'm telling you, it's really weird, but. I haven't heard anyone from that side, from the Kardashian family, even say that they are getting him some help.
Kim put out a statement or whatever, and she was just kind of like, we're trying to work through it or whatever. But I kind of felt like, oh, you're just trying to dismiss him as crazy. I don't appreciate that.
That's exactly what I took.
I think he's telling the truth about you right now.
No, that's exactly what I got from it. It was like, yo, she's just saying like, well, that man needs some help. You know what I mean? Like she spoke of him kind of like, we've been on the outs for a while, but I don't know, man. It's weird. It's really weird. It's Hollywood. We keep saying like, and Pop said it, man. Too much L.A., not enough Chicago. I hold on to when your dad said that, because I do think that's it. Anytime you got a cat from the Chi getting plastic surgery, trying to fit in. Like, I don't know, like Kanye always came in like the cocky dude. Like, he always was confident in his own skin. And like, to me, this sounds like a dude who's not confident anymore. Like, it's hard for me to pinpoint it. It's kind of weird, man. And I think a lot of it's that LA stuff, man.
It is tough, man. It's tough. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it so
I bet
far.
you have.
I've been having a good time. Like I said,
it's hard not to.
The tweets. Yeah, it's like, wow, man. It's like, you just never know what you're gonna get. Never know what
you're
gonna get.
Are we gonna get Donda? Do you think we're gonna get this, wherever the new name of it? Are we gonna get that album, you think?
Eventually. Listen, I knew that album wasn't coming on Friday. I think we all knew at this point. Like, Kanye released these albums whenever he feel like it at this point. I think Jesus is King is the last time that he actually got the album out on time.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Even the last two, like the God Awful Nas project he gave us, didn't come out on time, and neither did that Tiana Taylor.
They never come out on time. They always come out a couple days late, man. You know, and maybe that's Kanye breaking. Maybe that's the real Ye breaking through. Could you imagine having a code switch in your own house, though? Ugh, that's nasty. You got a code switch to your own family? That ain't good. That ain't good.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you code switch to your kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when their mama's around, you talk to them different than when she ain't around?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's bad. That's
very bad.
Now that's probably why they think you're crazy now. Because they're like, man, like, when I'm not around, he talks completely different. It's like,
hey, but these are kids who have a grandfather that turned into a grandma. So,
hey, man, you got anything else?
Join me on this ledge, Cam. Join me out here. No, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
I'm all right, man. Listen, like I said, DMX was he was a nice blast from the past, but don't fly in the Twanky anymore, man.
Nah, he was spitting out some of them things. He said maggot with the F on it. I said, oh yeah, all right, DMX.
I was like, whoa.
You were out here, man. But I was impressed. I was impressed. No, I was impressed that they both were spitting their lyrics effortlessly. You know.
Now
like
effortlessly, I don't know. Like X was winded.
Yeah,
X would have to sit down.
I kept saying that to you during the verses. I'll say, "Yo, X, pace yourself," because like he ain't gonna make it. He came out so hot, like, but he ain't gonna make it. He started sitting down, getting some water. When took a bathroom break, I said, "Okay, X he's getting into his bag."
He did go take a dump. That's how you know you get old. He was just like, man. He had to bang out, man. He had to take a bathroom
hey, man, well, the time is time. The time is the time. I don't care nothing about y'all's versus battles, bro. I gotta go use the bathroom. This is gonna be awkward out here. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. All right, man, let's get out of here, man. But yo, I'm here.
Oh man, this is Kev.
Yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 200 and what is it? 22 again? I forget.
Yeah, 221, I think.
221. There we go. Drink more water, people.
Something like that. Peace.